Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report, with an instant post-game reaction of the Raiders' 34-19 loss to the Miami Dolphins. It's not that I expected anything different. In fact, I said it earlier today, the Raiders playing the Dolphins, Raiders game days anymore, are like watching the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. You tell yourself all week that you're not going to do it, but you know on game day, you know on fight night, you're going to be that schmuck that's going to tune in anyway. And then after the game, you go, that was a really bad experience. No way I'm going to do that ever again. And the entire time you're watching, you're going, I hope the underdog doesn't get killed. And yet, the Raiders, even though they only lost by 15, was a game that, let's be real, was never even close. Miami was in control of this one from start to finish. And you can say what you want about the Raiders' offense, but the defense today was absolutely atrocious. You had all this time, essentially 2 weeks, to be able to get prepared, to be able to get ready for the Dolphins. And were there some key injuries on defense? Yeah, no doubt about it. Not having Nate Hobbs, it sucks. Losing a lot of the players that we've had on defense, it sucks. But, like, from the jump, this was a game that was frustrating. And, you know, you expect your team to come out of that bye and be a better coached team. And really in that first drive, it's like 3rd down and 20. K'Lavon Chasen gets called for a hold, which gives Miami a first down. It gives them the opportunity to go down the field, and they score a touchdown, and they get on the board early. And the Raiders just could not quite keep up with the Dolphins. I don't really think that they did a good job of making any corrections, especially on the defensive side of the football. People are going to want me to talk about Gardner Minshew, who had another interception today. People are going to want to talk about Scott Turner. But, like, if we're going to sit up here and say that we think AP is the right man for the job next season, you want to be able to have a head coach that can show you that he can make adjustments in the bye week. And the Raiders' defense, I thought, was worse this week than what they've been in years past. This is the first game the Dolphins have scored 30 points, I want to say, all season long. So are you mad that the Raiders lost today? This is the pinned comment here on today's show. You're about to get hit with a YouTube ad break. I want you to scroll on down and let me know, yes or no, are you mad the Raiders lost today? I'm not mad that the Raiders lost for probably the first time in the history that I've been doing this show. Because if you're upset that this team lost, how can you expect that this team was going to win? We're one step closer to getting a franchise quarterback. We're one step closer to getting Shedeur Sanders, to getting a Cam Ward, though, based on what I hear. It's going to be Shedeur with Antonio Pierce next season. I know that it's just win, baby. I know it's commitment to excellence. But there's nothing that says just win, baby. There's nothing that says anything about commitment to excellence when you watch this Raiders football team right now. I don't know if they're the worst team in the NFL, but damn it, they got to be right up there. And we'll be able to settle that debate week 16 when the Raiders play the Jacksonville Jaguars, who got beat today, 52-6 up against the Detroit Lions. If the Raiders can't win that game, then you can confidently say that this is the worst football team in the NFL. And I'm upset that there was certain situations in this game where I wanted AP to be a little bit more aggressive. And I'll continuously say, if AP is going to coach scared, you're not going to win in the National Football League. If you're looking for videos around the Raiders every single day, I'm not going anywhere. I love doing this show because I love hanging out with y'all. I don't care how banged up I get. I don't care how dumb I look on this channel. I want y'all to know that I think of y'all as my friends, my family, and I can be this comfortable. I can do all this crazy shenanigans because I'm that comfortable with y'all. And if you want to be able to tune in every single game day and know that Raiders probably aren't going to win, but you're going to be able to get a smile on your face, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because I know this. We're going to be here. We're going to be rocking day in, day out here on the Raiders Report. The MVP of today's game was Brock Bowers. He had 13 catches, 126 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Bowers just showed you yet again. It's not right. Showed you yet again that he was the best player on the field for the Silver and Black. I mean, there's not another player for the Raiders that had more than 4 catches today. Alexander Mattison, 3 catches. That's a lie. Jacoby had 4 for 28, excuse me. Mattison, though, 3 for 50. Turner, 3 for 29. But Bowers saw 16 targets. And I just continue. He's the best tight end in the National Football League. Entering today's game, he had 57 catches. By the end of today's game, he's got 70 grabs. He's 3 catches away from breaking the Raiders' rookie single-season record for most receptions by a rookie, set by Amari Cooper, 72 grabs. I can't wait for Bowers to be able to break that record, and you can watch the Raiders games. And if you're wondering, Mitch, why the hell should I watch Raiders games? You should watch for Brock Bowers because he is really, truly that special of a player. The other reason why you should watch is you could also put a little bit of money in your pocket. Thanks to our sponsor here, Prize Picks, you're going to get $50 when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive a $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Sign up today, get $50 instantly when you play $5. Where? Download the app today at Prize Picks. Use code CLNS, get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks now offers Venmo for quick and easy deposits and withdrawals into your account this sports season. Download the app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. We were sitting here wondering if Bowers would get more than, 64.5 receiving yards? Easily on the more there. Gardner Minshew, more on the passing yards. Daniel Carlson, we were sitting there feeling pretty confident that he would get more on the field goals. This was just a rough game, though he did get more on the field goals. He did get 2. I was thinking, did he need 2.5? He needed 1.5. Got the more there as well. The Raiders this season, if you need a reason to, when you're watching, you need something to root for, prizepicks.com/CLNS. Make sure that you use code CLNS because it's the only way you're going to get through this sports season. Let's go to Tyrone. No Ben Johnson and keep an AP. I don't know how I feel about this. It's because Ben Johnson's not an option. The Raiders already know that Ben Johnson will not be the Raiders head coach next season, and because of that, they're going to stick with Antonio Pierce, and they're going to stick with the guy that they feel like gives them the best shot to get Shedeur Sanders. Ventrac, Shedeur Sanders will be a New York Giant. I would bet you $100 right now that that's not going to be the case. I'd bet anybody right now, $100 that he's not going to be a New York Giant because he's going to be a Raider. Platinum, today's MVP. Sorry for the losses. Yeah, I still got a boot to do. I got 40 push-ups to do. Platinum was an absolute wild one today. And that's what you're going to get when you run into the greatest of all time at Chat Sports. Let's go to Caleb Navarro. I think Antonio Pierce was high or something when picking a quarterback. So AP's actually not the one that picked Gardner. AP was the one that made the full coaching decision. So AP was the one that hired Getsy. Though Telesco was the one that ended up wanting to bring in Gardner Minshew based on the people that I talked to. But either way, right? Either way. The Raiders are playing for pride at this point. Maxx Crosby literally just said it at 2-8. You're really just playing for pride at this point. But, yeah, you got to question a lot of the offensive decisions that were made this offseason. Who's going to be the Raiders quarterback next season? Let me know down below. It's not going to be Gardner Minshew. It's not going to be Aiden O'Connell. I'll tell you this. I think even if Shedeur, when he gets drafted by the Raiders next year, I don't even know if it's going to be Shedeur. And I say that because Shedeur wants to sit a year. Dion wants Shedeur to sit a year. Brady wants Shedeur to sit a year. And because of that, I think that the Raiders starting quarterback, I originally said that I thought it was going to be Shedeur no matter what. He'll be on the team, but I don't think that he's going to be the starter. They're probably going to roll with somebody else. Let's go to the God. If the Giants fire Brian Dable, would you be down to bring him in as an OC? I would be, just because I think Dable is a really good offensive-minded coach. He got stuck with Daniel Jones, a guy that he just never wanted his entire career. And, I mean, if you thought Daniel Jones was going to be a good franchise quarterback, then I don't know what to tell you. But I think Dable could call plays, though the name to keep in mind is going to be Pat Shurmur, the offensive coordinator for the Colorado Buffaloes. I think that he could come to the Raiders and be the OC with Shedeur. TJ, let's chug a beer, boys. 7 weeks left. Time to pause, reflect, and drink instead of cry. F my life. I really wanted that jersey. I've never liked spiders. Yeah, I'll tell you this. I don't like spiders either. I would rather hold a snake before I held a spider. I might have a little bit of arachnid phobia. Blaine! What's up, my man? I was watching with the fam, so I missed the live. I'm sure the show was great. Appreciate what you guys do for the nation. What's sad is I don't feel like our watch parties are as good as what they are last year because people just aren't excited as they used to be, and I can't blame you. Like, I can't blame people for not being excited to watch the Raiders, but I do got to give a shout out to all the real ones that show up week in and week out and still want to have fun on this show because I'm the type of person where I'm going to be here every week for Raiders game days, and if you got that mentality of if you don't give up on your friends, you don't give up on your family, you don't give up on the Raiders, and you're going to show up every single game day, pull up here. Let's have some fun at least. Jansen, Raiders memoir for the season. How to succeed in tanking without really trying. It might be just tank, baby. Big luck. Who do we need to win today? I mean, honestly, we needed the Browns to win. We needed the Giants to win. We needed the Jags to win, the Titans to win. I don't think any of the teams that we really needed to win won today. The Jets lost, so technically we get a better third-round pick there. But what does help us is the Titans and the Jags play 2 more times this season, which is going to help us get a better draft pick because I don't see the Raiders winning another game. The only game you got a chance to win, Jacksonville, New Orleans. And the Jacksonville game literally might be for the number 1 overall pick. If I missed your questions on today's show, I apologize. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw. And unfortunately, we don't get many lucky draws here. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 for all the real ones out there.